Go.
Hello, video diary, I think number 5 from beautiful Ala-Kul Lake in Kyrgyzstan.
So we're in Kyrgyzstan. When was the last time we were talking to you?
Oh, on a hike as well, actually. We're at the top of the panorama ridge at the Kyrgyz Pass. Yeah, Mark, do you want to?
Yeah, things took a serious turn for the worse after that. So yeah, we were up pretty high. So on the way back down then, the altitude really kind of hit me. To cut a long story short, driving through the desert, got out, got sick everywhere. Arrived in the village, shitting everywhere. Just kind of bad times. And I didn't even have a toilet, so I was just kind of squatting over the ground. Yeah, so bad end to Kyrgyzstan. But Kyrgyzstan was nice.
He's back in business now and
back
everything.
in business. So yeah, at the end of the Pamir Highway trek, we had kind of a day and a half in Kyrgyzstan when we crossed over the border.
Oh yeah, crossing over the border was kind of funny actually, because when they saw our passports, they were like, "Oh, Irlandia, Conor McGregor," and actually that's happened to us 6 times since. And we found out recently the reason being that wrestling is a massive sport in Kyrgyzstan and in countries in Central Asia, so they basically love UFC.
Yeah.
So yeah, we crossed over the border. We went to this beautiful place called Lake Tulpar. We stayed in a yurt camp there. It was really nice. Went for a walk. There was yaks, goats, cows. Loved the woman who worked there. The next morning I asked her if I could take a picture with her, and she brought me into like the main yurt and put like the traditional clothes on us, and we had a bit of a fancy dress kind of party. And we dressed up our driver Amit in the local clothes as well. It was very funny.
You got a little present of a knitted kind of tea doily.
Yeah, she was so cute. Yeah, it was really nice. You okay?
Well, yeah.
So that was Lake Tulpar, and that was kind of the end of the...
Yeah, we just drove into Osh then, just kind of our finishing point. And it was probably one of our funniest moments in travelling in general.
Ever.
Like, it probably won't come across that funny now, but like our driver on the tour, like, he was really nice. He didn't have much English at all, and like anytime we'd pull into a destination for the day, he'd be like, "Oh, dinner at 7," and like that was all he could say. So when he dropped us off at our accommodation in Osh, we were saying goodbye, and he was like, "Oh, dinner at 7:30," and we were like, "Oh, that's a good joke, you know, that's what you say to us every day."
Funny guy.
And yeah, we just thought it was a joke. So we went out for dinner ourselves. We went to a restaurant, and as we kind of were sitting down waiting for our food, his son came in, and he was like, "Oh yes, I'm Amit's son. He's waiting for you for dinner." We were like, he was serious. So yeah, he took us and the other couple that we were travelling with out for dinner with his whole family to this fancy restaurant, and we felt really bad because we thought he was a joke, and we were eating dinner at the time, and we were like, "Oh no, we're going to have a second dinner now." But it was actually one of the highlights of our trip.
It was so lovely, and he treated us. He was our driver on the tour, and he treated us to dinner. It was just really heartwarming. It was really nice.
And like, I doubt he does that with all of his tour groups.
Oh no, we like to think that he was particularly weak for us.
Yeah, I think it was because he didn't have any English, and I'd say a lot of tour groups would kind of not even bother trying to talk to him because he can't speak. But every day we were kind of trying to talk to him and try to include him in the conversation and kind of making jokes and stuff.
Oh yeah, we'd loads of bands with him. Yeah. It's great.
So yeah, in Kyrgyzstan then we just had a couple of days in Osh, which we did nothing really. We just kind of wandered around because we needed it after 7 days of the Pamir Highway. And then we flew to Bishkek, which is the capital of Kyrgyzstan, and again just kind of chilling out, kind of doing our own thing. We went into a kind of a games arcade and we're playing the kind of basketball machine for a long time.
Turns out we're deadly at it, so watch this space, guys. Basketball players in the making.
So now we got a little minibus up to Ala-Kul, which is a small town in the mountains, and we're on kind of halfway through a 3-day trek now. You can probably see the Lake Ala-Kul. I'll show it you there in a minute. But we read that it's like a 3-day trek and it's kind of a tough trek, but we're kind of blitzing it.
Blitzing it.
So we were in a yurt camp overnight, and we were chatting with kind of a lovely group of people from different countries.
Nice,
So we set off early this morning, and we're a good bit ahead because we're so fit. So we're making a little VD. And after this we've got another day and a half back to Ala-Kul, back to Bishkek, and then we're finishing up by crossing over into I can't do it. Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan, I like.
So we'll be there for a few days. So I'll just kind of show you around, and then we'll continue on our travels. So yeah, we're up at the lake now at the moment. You can see it's all blue. There's all kind of mountains, all kind of snow. Yeah. So any final news from Kyrgyzstan? What did you think of it overall?
Lovely people and beautiful landscape. I think it's doing well.
Yep. Cool. See you so in Kazakhstan.